I guess we can't really say that you're a bad person, but it's just, I don't know, why not support it? Like, I mean, obviously this is a whole thing. Like, you have your views, we have ours.
Yeah. Why not support it? What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Welcome back to another Face to Face. Today we're going to be talking to people about the current crisis at our southern border and what people think about Hispanic Americans that want to crack down on illegal immigration. For this video, for the people that disagree with us, I'm going to bring them face to face with my good friend Anthony Cabasa. Anthony, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hola, ¿cómo estamos?
Thanks for being here. You ready to go talk to some people?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, what are your thoughts on what's going on right now at the southern border? Are you guys familiar with it or no?
Not completely familiar with it, like all the details going on, but I have like a brief idea of like the actions that's been going on around there.
And how about you?
Kind of the same thing.
Are you against kind of people crossing into our country illegally, or are you not?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, it's kind of like hard to say yes or no.
Okay.
I'm honestly like in the middle.
Yeah.
I couldn't really say.
I think everybody has a right to go where they want to go, like if they see better opportunity to come over here.
Your stance is more of they have a right to come over here.
Yeah, I feel, like there shouldn't be there should be protocols on how people want to approach it, but I just believe the protocols that they're trying to do right now are just like, it's kind of ridiculous.
Down at the southern border, have you guys heard of anything going on right now?
Gotcha. Give me the topic of conversation. We're talking to migrant children.
Yes, we're talking about
Overflow of it happening, coming in.
So you're familiar with that?
Familiar, yeah, pretty familiar.
What news are you listening to where you are familiar with that?
Honestly, bro, I don't even pick a facet anymore. I don't go one way, I don't go the other anymore. Both of them are kind of BS on the other side. More so, honestly, I'm down there a lot. A lot of it culturally affects me, so I'm more in the know in that aspect, and much more of time and distance.
Now, are you referring to maybe legal immigration or illegal, or does that? What are your thoughts? Like, does it not matter? What are your thoughts, just personally?
I mean, I don't have a problem with like illegal or illegal. Like, I feel like it's none of my business to, like, you obviously want to be here for a better opportunity, and you see a better opportunity to be here. You're not just coming over here to cause trouble in a sense.
Do you agree with him? What are your thoughts?
There shouldn't be no border at all. Like, it's no one's land. It's everyone's. It should be whoever wants to come could come.
Mind if I ask you how it affects you?
Well, coming from migrant families, and having been affected by that completely. When my family came here, they came here the same way. But of course, my father, educated himself over the time, yada yada, got citizenship in the works and things of that nature. Now we're second generation because I was born here.
Love that.
But watching that and seeing that kind of affect my family, so I have my opinions on it whatsoever. My dad did it the right way. He fought his whole way here. Don't worry about it. Always did it the legal route, so I have my own personal opinions when it comes to that.
When you hear a Hispanic American that wants to crack down on illegal immigration and finish the wall, what are your thoughts on that?
It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me why you would want to do that to your own people, type of thing.
For me,
as for you,
it's not your problem. Let them deal with how they want to come.
What are your thoughts on Hispanic Americans that have a major problem with the spiking of illegal crossings and Hispanic Americans that want to finish Trump's wall? What are your thoughts on them?
I think it is kind of like racist. I don't know what the word is in English, but in Spanish it's called es malinchista, ¿verdad? It's like someone that's against their own race. So that's kind of like messed up in my view.
What are your thoughts on Hispanic Americans that are for cracking down on illegal immigration and want to finish the border wall?
I guess you could say I'm going to be one of those, they could call it Uncle Tom's or Tío Tomas's, I guess you could say it in Spanish. To a certain extent, I have my own opinions on it. I see both of us, and one foremost in our education system, how it affects us. For instance, let's talk about the ESL program. I know English second language is an amazing program in all our school systems, but what's that taking away from the kids who are born here? The kids who do speak English, they don't need the secondary training. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I've seen so many kids' schools who don't got good sports programs, don't got new uniforms, don't got the new curriculum for the new year, can't get new books, can't get new equipment, whatever the case may be. So in that aspect, I say we have to allocate our money a little bit different. Immigration kind of takes away from us, more of our people, yes, families. Of course, naturally, 100% I'm going to go for that.
Well, gentlemen, I do have a Hispanic conservative that wants to crack down on illegal immigration. Hey, Anthony, cruise on over here. You guys, this is Anthony.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
They were saying they maybe don't understand why you, a Hispanic American, would not want to, and I want to make sure I repeat you correctly, not want your, quote, own kind to come across the border. Could you elaborate on that maybe a little bit for him?
Well, I mean, I feel like I don't know too many people that have come across it illegally, but I've known that I have my own mom that she's come over here. I mean, legally, and I know we're talking about illegally, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't want to like, I knew it was already hard enough to come over here, and I wouldn't want to, whatever way they find to come over here to try to have a better opportunity. I was like, I feel like that's fine.
Anthony wants to crack down on the illegal crossings. He wants to finish Trump's wall. She was mentioning that maybe you're against your own people, racist towards your own people, or what was the word that you used for that?
Malinchista.
Malinchista?
Oh yeah, malinchista. They call me nopalero, they call me race traitor, they call me all the...
So could you explain to Anthony a little bit about why you think that he's being racist towards his own people?
I mean, I'm not saying like you're being racist or you're a bad person for that, but it's just like, I don't know, there's just some type of like, if you feel some type of way about it, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like, oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anthony, what he was saying is why are you against, quote, your own kind from coming across the border illegally? Would you like to respond to that? I'll hop on this side.
Yeah, so just to give you a little bit of context on myself, my name is Anthony. I worked at Department of Homeland Security for over a decade, and I was a Spanish interpreter at the border, so I got to kind of see firsthand what was happening to, of course, Hispanics and Latinos. And the number one reason why I think that we need border security and why we need to be strict on immigration rules is because what it's creating is actually a very immoral way of life for our raza, you know, like our Hispanos Latinos. What I see is that, you know, when they come here illegally, which, by the way, Cesar Chavez himself was against illegal immigration as well, and he's kind of thought of as a person that, you know, fought for immigrant rights, stuff like that, is because what it is fueling is sex trafficking. What it is fueling is drug trafficking. You're exploiting children to kind of, you know, sexual rings, stuff like that. And so it's actually smarter, I think, it's a smarter take for our people, Hispanos and Latinos, that if you actually, you know, really cared for our people, that you would also be for strong border security, because what it does is it actually protects them.
I thought that if you talk about Trump, absolutely, he's racist, 100%.
Okay.
But Antonio, I don't know him. Maybe if he calls himself Anthony instead of Antonio, I would say like, oh, maybe he can be a malinchista. Someone that is kind of like not proud of his races.
So why would you guys say that he isn't proud of his race?
I mean, I guess it's not that you're not proud. You could be. Like, again, we don't know you whatsoever, but it's just like, I guess we can't really say that you're a bad person, but it's just, I don't know, why not support it? Like, I mean, obviously this is a whole thing. Like, you have your views, we have ours.
So why not support it?
When all these people come up to caravans and stuff, and, you know, it's our own people, what it's creating is a system of, again, you know, where 2/3 of the people coming up to caravans are, you know, they have violent cases and experiences with the cartel. So with this administration, what it's doing, and this is why, to me, the previous administration, I think, did a way better job, was with this administration, he's rolling back those policies, and what it's creating is, I don't know if you've heard, but now we have record number of unaccompanied children coming to the border. So now what's happening is you have all these parents in Latin America that are just sending their kids by themselves, and they're just kind of like, well, hopefully they make it, because we know that the moment they reach the border, hopefully America will take care of them, but that's just not the case. To answer the question about Anthony, that's just the way my mom named me. I don't think that when we, you know, I was a Trump supporter. I voted for him in 2020. I'm Hispanic. My mother's an immigrant from Mexico. And I think that what's happening is there's just not a lot of real information out there about what illegal immigration is actually doing to our people, to the Hispanic and the Latino community. I have undocumented people that live in my family. I know the way they live. I know what rights they have and what rights they don't have. And so I see how people suffer to this system that I will admit America is part of in cooperating with Central America, Mexico, South America, in getting a lot of these undocumented people into the U.S. for cheap labor, to put them in jobs where they have no rights, no unions, they can never ask for a pay raise. I've personally talked to people that work the agriculture, like los ranchos, right? Where they have to live there, and their boss threatens them if they decide to leave, or they're threatened if they want higher pay, and they're just like, we'll just call ICE on you if you decide to ask for a higher wage, and we'll just get a brand new, younger illegal from the border, and we'll replace you. Personally, I'd like to work with people to truly help our people, right, the Hispanic and the Latino, but supporting illegal immigration is unfortunately actually extremely damaging to our people.
What do you guys think about all that?
No, I definitely see his perspective, and I agree with that. Like I kind of said before, like maybe I don't agree with some of the protocols that are going on right now. They're everything that needs tweaking and changes and stuff like that. But
Or have you heard of any of that stuff before, or anyone bring up any of those issues?
no, yeah, I definitely heard, now that he started talking like sex trafficking, like that makes sense, and like all the like violent cases too. Like I could see that a more stricter process to come over here and just sort through I can't find the word right now, but just be able to search through like who's good or not to come over here.
Do you disagree with him on anything, or you think he makes sense?
It makes sense.
And like I said, I speak from experience. I also worked the border as a Spanish interpreter for over 10 years. And I got to see firsthand how the people were trafficked, the drugs were trafficked, and how the women were being treated. So I got to feed and provide first aid to the people that were being trafficked.
What do you guys think about that response?
I mean, it all makes sense. Like, that's a great point, honestly. Like, I really don't know a whole lot about that, so I mean, that gave me a view on that.
Mind if I ask you, in your personal experience, have you been kind of discriminated against for being a Hispanic American that wants to crack down on illegal immigration? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
It's called Uncle Tom. Same thing as, a lot of, I guess you could say, African American community, they deal with being called Uncle Toms if they're not for the left or for the right, depends on what they're going to consider Uncle Tom. Same concept for Hispanic Americans. It's called the Tío Tomás. I've been called that on many aspects. I grew up in Inglewood, California, but thanks to the United States Army, took me all over the world. And that
thank you for your service. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
It let me see a little more. A couple more doors opened up for me. So in that aspect, you know what I mean. In that aspect, I wasn't blinded or kind of skirted with the classic LA concept, I guess you could say. So in that aspect, and being able to see all those kind of things, man. I have personal different opinions. And of course, I'm gonna always be shamed for. I got friends, somebody who don't even speak to me anymore. Unfollows and things of that nature. Of course, it's always been. There's always those little small factors. Yeah.
All right, everyone, that is a wrap. Another good face-to-face. We actually had a lot of great conversations today. What did you think about today?
I thought it was great. I'm a little bit surprised as to the answers that we got.
Yeah, they were quite good. Anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much.